Published 5:27 Eastern Standard Time, the 22nd of January 2018. Updated 7:05 Eastern Standard Time, the 22nd of January 2018. Conservative activists burned a large photo of Kim Jong-un as the North Korean pop star believed to be his ex-girlfriend visited Seoul on Monday. Hyon Song Wol, a Pyongyang celebrity who heads the Moranbong Band handpicked by Kim, began a two-day visit to Seoul on Sunday. A flurry of cooperation has begun between the rival nations ahead of next month's Winter Olympics in the south. Conservative activists burned a large photo of North Korean leader Kim Jong-un as the head of an extremely popular girl band Hyon Song Wol passed by during her visit to Seoul, South Korea's capital. The Pyongyang celebrity pictured, who heads the Moranbong Band handpicked by Kim, began a two-day visit to the city on SundayMedia turned out in force to photograph the woman who is also in charge of the North's artistic performance during the Olympics. After her visits to potential venues for North Korean performances in an eastern city, Hyon returned to the Seoul railway station on Monday morning. There she saw about 150 to 200 activists rallying against her visit and recent inter-Korean rapprochement deals. Pyeongchang Olympics. We oppose Kim Jong-un's Pyongyang Olympics, they chanted, referring to the North Korean capital. Hyon did not react to the commotion and promptly left. About 150 to 200 activists rallying against her visit and recent inter-Korean rapprochement deals. They can be seen cheering as the image of Kim is set alight. Pyeongchang Olympics. We oppose Kim Jong-un's Pyongyang Olympics, they chanted, referring to the North Korean capital. Demonstrators used a blowtorch to burn Kim's photo, a North Korean flag and a unification flag that athletes of the rival Koreas will carry together during the opening ceremony. Police were forced to douse the fire with extinguishers pictured, but protesters were undeterred. An activist tramples on a North Korean flag at the railway station after the fire was put out by officers. Demonstrators then used a blowtorch to burn Kim's photo, a North Korean flag and a unification flag that athletes of the rival Koreas will carry together during the opening ceremony. Police doused the fire with extinguishers, but activists later stamped on Kim's photo and the flags and burned them. Seoul officers reportedly plan to investigate the incident. It is rare for such a high-profile North Korean figure to travel to South Korea in recent years, as ties deteriorated during the North Korean nuclear standoff. But the countries abruptly sought to improve ties this month ahead of the Winter Olympics in February, and Hyon was subject to intense media attention in the South. She was tailed by photographers and TV stations aggressively reported on her career and band, as well as her fox fur muffler, boots and facial expressions. The band, with the young women in short skirts and high heels dancing and singing odes to Kim, draws global attention even though little information is available about it or about Hyon to outsiders. South Korean media say she is an army colonel and is close to Kim. South Korean media say Hyon, pictured leaving the National Theatre, is an army colonel and is close to Kim. Hyon, pictured arriving at Seoul Station, was tailed by photographers during her short visit. South Korea's main conservative opposition party complained about what they see as excessive security provided for Hyon, pictured surrounded by police near the station. Hyon, pictured Center, who is also an alternate member of the ruling party's Central Committee, was traveling with 6 other North Koreans. Hyon was surrounded by crowds of people as she arrived at Seoul railway station. The liberal government in South Korea, led by President Moon Jae-in, seized the North's participation in the Games as a way to calm tensions between the countries. Pyongyang's recent nuclear and missile tests and war of words with the United States has strained the two Koreas' relationship. The countries agreed to field their first unified Olympic team in women's hockey, and their athletes will march together under the joint flag depicting their peninsula during the opening ceremony. Moves such as these have provoked heated debate in South Korea, reflecting changes in public views toward North Korea, which has been rapidly expanding its nuclear and missile arsenals in recent years. TV stations in South Korea aggressively reported on Hyun's career and band, as well as her fox fur muffler, boots and facial expressions. Hyun can be seen arriving at the Customs, Immigration and Quarantine (CIQ) office at Jorae-san Station, just south of the border in Paju, South Korea. South Korea's main conservative opposition party complained about what they see as excessive security provided for Hyun. The Moon government is offering gracious hospitality to a North Korean army colonel as if SHES a queen. Did they forget North Korea had until recently been threatening to turn South Korea into a sea of fire with its nuclear weapons and missiles, the party said in a statement. Kim Jong-un abruptly said in a New Year's speech that he was willing to send a delegation to the Games in the South, spurring a mood of reconciliation. Outside critics have dismissed Kim's gesture as a way of improving ties with Seoul in order to weaken US-led international sanctions over North Korea's advancing nuclear and missile programs. Hyon, who is also an alternate member of the ruling party's Central Committee, was traveling with 6 other North Koreans. Her delegation inspected possible venue sites in Gangneung, where some Olympic Games are scheduled to take place, on Sunday, and in Seoul on Monday. Her Moranbong Band is not to visit South Korea during the Games, but SHES to head a little-known 140-member art troupe which is to perform twice during the Olympics, one in Gangneung and the other in Seoul. The art troupe, which comprises orchestra members, singers and dancers, is part of North Korea's Olympic delegation that also includes athletes, officials, journalists and a taekwondo demonstration team. Hyon saw the hordes of protesters gathered at the station, but did not react to the commotion accompanied by her team. Hyon, second from right, visited the National Theatre in Seoul. She was given a tour of the impressive building as she inspected venues for her band's performances. Hyon and her team sheltered from snow as they left the National Theatre. Hyon visited Gangneung Arts Center in South Korea on Sunday. Pictured, she was all smiles as she visited a gymnasium in Seoul, wearing a statement fur collared coat. Left, she was also captured walking through a hotel in Gangneung, a city on South Korea's east coast. Right, South Korean police officers stood guard as her bus left the venue, highlighting the tight security employed for the celebrity's visit.